How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time visiting, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, mash that like, all that stuff. Nail that bell. Doesn't hurt you a bit, helps me out a whole lot. Let's get started. Alright, so in the past week and a half, while my sons have been on vacation with their mom, took the time to trim out the window casing and the trim on all of Bo's upstairs windows over here. We also took care of the crown molding, added his blinds, cut the legs off the bottom of his locker so that it fits the room a little better, and we refinished this old school desk. Now this desk has been in my family almost as long as I have. It was my brother's. He's 10 years older than me. When he graduated high school, roughly age 18, I inherited the desk, roughly age 8. That was roughly 41 years ago. Still had the original finish on it. I might throw up some pictures of it real quick. I did not take any video. Like I said, all of this was kind of done in secret while they were gone. But we repainted it, sanded it all down, repainted it, put new hardware on it, filled the top, all of the old nicks and stuff that some kid sat in his bedroom bored and dug in it with a pocket knife and stuff like that. I don't know who he is, but I'm pretty sure that he's standing close enough I could pee in his pocket. So today I need to finish the trim work at the top of the stairs, okay? We're going to start out by making two what you would consider newel posts, but they're going to be just a half post, so it'll just be a wrap that'll go around the end of the wall. First thing we need to do is rip down some 2x6s to fit the end of the 2x4 walls. All right, the first two boards that I cut were a number 2 2x6, 8 foot long. First thing I did was cut it down to 42 inches in length, as that'll be the height of the post. Then the first rip that I made cut off the rounded factory edge of it. The second cut wound up cutting it down to 4.5 inches, which is the dimensions of the inside of the newel post. Those two ripped down 2x6s will be what actually attach the post to the wall. Our next thing we need to do is take 1x6 white pine, rip it down to the same 4.5 inches. Okay, so far, the boards that we've cut, the 2x6 and the 1x6, are 2 of them for the right side, 2 of them for the left side of the entryway into his bedroom. Those are all the same. Now, the difference comes here, where the left side, as you're going into his room, will be a full 6-inch wide post because it's on the end of a wall cap. The other side, the right side going into his room, will be half of that, or only 3 inches away from the wall, because it actually attaches to the side of the wall on his bedroom. Next thing we need to do is cut those 3-inch pieces. Okay, so we have 2 more boards to cut, and you may be wondering, why do I run the boards through the table saw twice? Okay, you don't have to do that. It's just what I do. Remember, this is not an educational channel. I'm not trying to show you how to do this stuff, teach you how to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it, okay? When you buy any lumber from the factory, it's going to have a rounded edge. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. It's awful bright out here, but my first pass, I'm only taking off a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch just to get a good square edge on the edge of each one of my boards to allow for better glue up, a little bit nicer fit, and I don't have to use wood filler to get that little gap from that radius. Okay, so this white pine 1x8 is actually 7 3/16. So what I've done is set my table saw at, I wonder if you pick that up or not, right at 7 1/8. That will allow me to rip off just that rounded corner, reset my table saw to 6 inches, make the final rip. Now, another thing I look for when I'm doing this rip, this knot here on the edge, okay? There we go, this knot right here on the edge. You can tell right now it's captured, okay? That means that it's held in there. But as soon as I rip off this edge, it's not gonna be. So I want this to be my second cut. Okay, so we're upstairs, actually at the top of the stairs. We're getting ready to put the 2x6 in. Now, as you can see, we have a 2x4 wall. It is 42 inches tall. We have a double top plate as you would on any wall. This one we have 1/2-inch sheetrock on both sides of the wall. Now, the other side of the stairs here, give me a second to get there, we only have the 2x4. When I built it, there is a wall pocket back here, so I do have a stud, a 2x4 inside the wall, and then another 2x4 here in order to attach the sheetrock to. Just common building stuff. So what I'm going to have to do is I ripped down 2 pieces that I ripped off of the other. I'll need to attach these in here like so to take up the space of the sheetrock on the other side. Alright, so as you can see, I got my filler piece back here on the back to take up the 1/2 inch for the sheetrock. My 2x6, which is now ripped down to, instead of 1.5 inches, it's only 1.25 inches to allow for my sides to come out right. Next thing ready to do is just wrap this side. This post will be done, ready for the cap. Alright, so off camera, I assembled what will be the half post. We have our 1x6 that I ripped down to 4.5 inches. Our 2 1x4s that I ripped to an even 3 inches, which is half of the post of 6, because 4.5 plus 3/4 is 6. Half of that's 3. There we go. 2x6 on the wall, spacers in behind it. Little test fit. And that's how that will attach. Now we'll go ahead and wait for the glue to finish drying just a little bit more. Sand this down, go ahead and get it painted before we attach it. Pop it in with some 1.25 brads. Do a little touch up on filling the brads in. Repaint it real quick. This side will be good to go. We'll deal with the top whenever I deal with the surround. Alright, as you can see, both posts are installed. Use glue finish nails to attach them. This one over here I did shoot in with the 1.25 brads because that one's just kind of gonna be there. This one, every time somebody comes downstairs, they're going to grab a hold of the top and swing on it, so we needed it fastened in a little better. Now that we have the post finished, the next thing that will be on the agenda is to wrap the trim around, up the wall, across the ceiling, and back down to the other side. That is the trim that basically separates his bedroom from the living room. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, follow. See y'all next time here at Canfield Corner.